We now return to SimCity 2000. Okay, let's get this thing done here. So, I'm going to begin rapid expansion and we'll let the game go while we're doing it. A few things I'm going to be mindful of here. I'm going to do some consideration for parks. I've been doing a bit of reading about parks, and apparently you want to have 4 acres of parkland for every 1,000 people, I believe. So we'll have to check that out and see how we are doing on that front. Okay. Damn it. There we go. It's hard to get those little squares when it's like this. Okay, excellent. We are seeing a ton of demand right now, all across the board. So before it goes away, I am going to pause. And now let's put this in. And, damn it. That is not what I wanted to do. Also, it is important to clean that stuff up immediately. I've been letting it sit there and then allowing the computer to bulldoze over it and build on top of it. But it apparently does cut your property rates, or your property values, land values, that's the word, in the surrounding area by 50%. So you need to clean that stuff up, I guess. Obviously when it builds it goes back up, but yeah, not good. So anyway, okay. So we'll probably want to keep a little bit going on over here. Let's continue more road, actually. We need to keep a little bit over here for industrial expansion. I think we'll keep that kind of close to the mountain over here. Mountain over here. In particular, let's go ahead and pull this out here. Let's create a long strip like that. So that means that we're looking at maybe here. We're going to put this as an industrial, and we'll put this as commercial. Probably want this to be commercial too. It's a lot of commercial though. I think we're going to see that go away. We need buffers, so we're probably looking at commercial mix over here, but I'll put commercial along the side there, and then I hate to continue doing, we can maybe do a commercial industrial mix here. Let's put, okay, let's put this little pocket here of dense, because we do want that. We're going to want a little bit of dense out here, and I think we can make a pretty good chunk of it right there. Let's make this commercial and this also commercial, and then that way we can split that as half and half. That way we can get our little buffer zone there. I like that idea. So we'll grab dense, put that down there, and then we'll grab light, and put light here and here, and then we will make this light industrial. And then what? We probably got a ton of residential. I think we're probably safe to do that. And we just need a lot more industrial, whether I like it or not, unfortunately. Okay, let's zoom in here and see what we got for space. If I just did a road right in here, I did say I was going to keep this maybe for a little bit of residential, but honestly right now that's not a major concern of mine. So let's grab, or I gotta turn you just a little bit. Okay. Well, I mean, if I kept that road, I could drag that up. So it would almost be better to have it go here, but then we're not maximizing development space in here. So how about we go to there, and then I'll just do it. I'll just do it now. We'll create a little bit of a jag out there. Put ourselves some light industry out this way. And man, if I wanted to spend some money, I could just... Okay. Fine, fine. We'll spend some money. Speaking of spending money, this will be my last little bit here. Okay, I need to pull that back just a little bit more. I didn't realize how much money we were, in fact, actually spending. Just, there we go. There we go. Okay. Grab a road. And we got that. Okay. Let's make that into a little service area. How about? That'll work out well there. We can put a police station and a fire station. So, I found out a lot more about this. There are things like, if you actually hold down on the buttons, you get more important things like traffic, where you can actually see where you really severely need help with your transport systems, for example. Not all of them have this, but like, so for crime, we can see where the crime is at, and we can look at where the police departments are scattered, and then we can see where their power overlaps. So if we look at the crime rate, we see that the crime is happening right in the gaps of the spheres of where the police stations are, which makes sense. That doesn't have one, that doesn't have one. This one, okay, so here we can see where firepower is, we can see where fire departments are, schools, and colleges, and that, I don't know why you'd want this, I guess other than just maybe to have a look and see how many you've got at a glance, but it just doesn't seem overly helpful. But what I was doing here... Wow, we can shrink you down a little bit. Man, that's good land value. It's a shame we're gonna suck that up. So police, that's police power. I want to look at crime. Alright. So we need a couple police stations here, but I'm willing to bet we should probably have one pointed this way. Because we're going to have one here somewhere, so put that there, and actually what I was going to do is look and see what the fire coverage was. It's firepower. I guess that's it. So it doesn't extend there, and if I put one here, it will probably brush right against it. Let me see. That... So it looks like it brushes right here. Is the coverage radius for those things. So even if I do put one here, that's only going to go about here. There's going to be a gap, but it'll be all right. What are you doing? We're not ready to start this yet. Okay. So I can't yet because that's going to use all my money, and I've got to do things like put down power lines. Silly. Okay, what else we got here? Let's put this down. That looks dumb. I'm probably going to actually want a direct line here. And it still doesn't look like it's electrifying everything, but we'll find out in a minute, I suppose. And then I think we're going to have to hang on to some water, so... this is definitely not enough to get this going. It's not going to do a whole lot to demand other than the commercial center down here, but let's let this run. And actually, I need to come in and lower some of these things, because we just put... Well, not yet. What am I thinking? I haven't put that down just yet. 75, I think we were okay. Right. Actually, let's put this to llama speed, and then let's come in here and look at you. So, Recreation. Well, that's recreation. That's not actually park. Unfortunately, it doesn't break it down like that. So what we actually have to do is check this. There we go. So we have 115 citywide acres, I guess. So if I go to 37,000, divide that by 4? That can't be right. We have not enough parks by a long shot. Is that right? Where's my little cheat sheet? I'm pretty sure it's 4 acres per 1,000 people, which actually seems pretty excessive in all honesty, but police department, fire, now have excellent coverage there, efficient and responsive, I guess. Okay. Oh, we got a little bit more money, so let's actually let's put down a park here, and I also need to bear in mind, let me pause for a moment, I need to bear in mind my transport hubs. So, let's see, we can afford to put down a few here. I think if I put one here, and then if I put one here, and there really ought to be probably another one here within. Actually, be good to have one here, maybe. Is that filled in already? Probably gonna want one here-ish? I don't know, I'm actually, now that I look at this, I think maybe I would have been better to have one here, and then I could have put another one. Alright, God, it's a waste of money that I don't have right now, but we'll do it. What about at the end here? I said I was keeping one of these for that exact purpose, didn't I? I guess it doesn't matter. So we don't need you there. Gotta clean you up. Have to electrify all of these just to make sure. And then one thing I can do, I think that's electrified. Yeah. I could surround some of these with parks to raise land value. So another thing about the park is that a square full of trees is equal to one small park in terms of what it does for land value. And a large park has twice as much as a small park. So in reality, rather than putting these large parks down, you're much better off putting down a bunch of parks, or checkerboard parks and trees, or like a little lake in the middle, doing something interesting like that. And in fact, what we got out here? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it right here. So I'm gonna do. I don't know what constitutes this. The only downside to doing lots of trees is that they are highly flammable, and so I guess they are more likely to catch fire. But if it's within adequate coverage, that's not going to happen. And speaking of coverage, we need to actually... Let's see, how do I look at these things? There is a way... There we go. And if I just delete them here... Okay, speaking of coverage, next time I get a little bit of surge in money, I need to have some city services put down.
Helicopter 1 reporting heavy traffic.
Yeah. Okay, That's a bit of money there. Let's go to turtle speed, because I see some problems now. We need you to electrify. We need to put a police station here, and we need to put a fire station here. And we will get some electricity going, and that is where I think now okay, I guess we'll keep it up to there then. That's probably pretty good. Health and welfare, it's adequate, efficient and responsive. What do you say at 100? It just says it's adequate, but I really don't think we need to spend that much on colleges, seeing as how it should still be there we go. Still A+, so I think we're getting plenty out of that. What is our current EQ, by the way? That is the wrong thing. Health is slightly going up. Education is now 98. So I believe I read that 100 is like average high school and college education. I don't know why it goes up to 150 since the max is apparently 140, but I guess it's just there for purposes. And now we've got crazy everything out here again. So what we're going to do, continuing with the idea of expansion, is come out to here. How far can that go? So if I pull it back here, that's where we need to go with that. I think I'll just leave this as a big long thing, maybe? I can't think of a reason not to. So we'll do a leveling here. We gotta pull this all back, don't we? A little bit too much, but it's actually what we need. So we got that, and we're gonna be looking at probably some heavy. God, I'd really like to keep heavy industrial somewhere else, but we have to have it nearby. I'm going to try and keep it nearby. So we'll put a strip of light industrial here. We'll put dense industrial behind that. And stick that in as our transport. It actually probably stand to dezone that. In fact, I'm gonna dezone all of this. It is slightly developing, and once I get some more money, we'll put pipes down because this area out here is not watered. And we do need more people. What's our unemployment at? Unemployment is very low. Wow, our population went up and then down, and now it's leveled back out to where it was before our little spike there. Interesting. Let's continue with, well, let's see what everyone has to say. Yeah, alright. I think at some point you just get beyond, like, the minimums that you're doing, and you just kind of put people in commensurate with the demand. So if we do, let's continue with this idea here. I'm saving little gaps because I want to start putting, is that connected? I don't think that's connected. I want to start putting subways in. Okay, I think we can go faster. Seem to be doing a good job here. You know, I mean, even that is still kind of far away. Probably be better to have a bus station more like here, or even tear into some of this. It's actually kind of surprising how desirable the dense commercial is. Let's put some of that in over here as a block. Speed this up fully so we can go through another year here and get ourselves a little bit more into the budget. Good, good, good. What do we got for ordinances that I could maybe help myself with? Well, I mean, if we start getting a problem here, we'll look at that. But oh yeah, I said beautification, carnival, that sort of thing. Let's go back down to turtle now. Now that I got a little bit of money, let's put that pipe in and see where we're at. Take it all the way to the end of the road. So we'll need a little bit going that way. Not sure how this got connected at all in the first place. Yuck, that's a little bad here, the double intersection. I mean, it doesn't have any impact on gameplay, as far as I know. But just for the sake of not having that, let's go ahead and come in here. And surprisingly doesn't take that much money to put pipes down. Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, never you mind. Never you mind. We will put this back in here, and you know what? I'm going to leave that for a subway. May as well fill that in too. Why not? And okay. What do I want to do with this? So subway's going to be here. I think we can just afford to put all this in as residential. So we're just going to do that. Residential. Put this up to llama speed, put that back down, put some electricity in here. And I'm curious now, I want to check what the land value. Alright, well, surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, I don't know, it depends on... Oh hey, the Maxis headquarters again. Theater Square. Let's put a little bit of commercial right in here. And let's have a look at what is going wrong in the city at the moment. Unemployment is down to 2. Power, sitting steady. Okay. Power has been sitting at 13 and 5 for a while now. I'm not sure what to believe on that. Traffic is at 6. Okay. Well, I mean... Granted, I have not been running this as fast can be, but...
SimCopter 1 reporting heavy traffic.
Yeah, look at that. Traffic is really getting bad out here now. Well, 30 cars a minute, 40 cars a minute, that's about average, actually. So it's not terrible. It's not great, but... The visuals... Okay, this is a bad road. This is a bad road. But the visuals of the traffic are worse than the actual traffic. So what can I do here? I'm already pretty surrounded by everything here for traffic. I'm not seeing a lot of advantage to doing anything with that. I guess. Now, okay, let's take a look here. Turtle speed. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that we don't have enough water. Unless this just isn't connected, which is entirely possible. Yeah, see, we're not getting enough water. So the game has micro simulations in it, which means things like, statistics that the game keeps and whatnot. And eventually that gets full, because apparently it's only got like 150 micro statistics that it will run. And I'm wondering if maybe this is running at 101 capacity. It's because it's sunny today. I'm wondering if the reason we're seeing so many discrepancies between my infrastructure and what is apparently missing has to do with the fact that the game is no longer accurately keeping track of these statistics. Because like I said, this has been staying this way forever. I mean, it's stayed pretty steady for a while. But one thing we do know is we do not have enough water here, for sure. So, I'm wondering if maybe proximity is the best thing to do here, and we can do... I've actually got a lot of money. So let's do some pumps. The kitty corner is not that great. It counts as one tile, but it's still not that great. So why don't I leave that? I'm thinking I'm going to put a tower there. Put another pump. Then we will grab some pipe. And because of that, those should all be connected to the system. So the color itself actually does have something to do with whether or not it is being watered as well. So you see how it is flowing here, and then here it is kind of stagnant. So that means there's a little bit of water coming through the pipe, but there's not enough to... Okay, this doesn't say anything. Not enough to flow. We may end up having to make some more pumps over here by the river as well. Keep this thing going. I don't think I have any bodies of water out here. I got this one. Okay. Yeah. So, now the question is, since I still have so much demand, what is that density? That's low density, okay. Grab some more light. Let's have it go to here. In fact, yeah, we could send a road up into here. And we will put a little bit more light commercial here. I don't know that we're going to need commercial that way, but can just run a road through here. My power line through there, rather. Okay. Well, all things considered, it's not doing terribly. We need another bus station down here, as was something I was planning to do. So put that right there. And then I'm just going to surround these with parks. Try and bump up those numbers a little bit of park acreage. And then let's see if I make this all residential. I need to be bearing in mind, okay, first we gotta check on our stats here. Adequate, efficient and responsive, adequate. We'll check that in a minute, but first thing I need to look at is my transport. Gonna need a bus station right about there. And I don't know, maybe start bending this down this way. So if we do a little bit more dense, and I think we can only afford a little bit more dense, my demand has immediately gone down. This up to llama speed now. We'll see how we're doing. It's a pretty good expansion, I would say. Not bad. Instead of doing it here, though, you're gonna die. Dateline Vilnius. The behemoth's indiscriminate palate enjoyed believers and non-believers alike. Bonnie Thomas, a surfer dude surviving the attack, stated, "I didn't used to think monsters existed, you know? Kid stuff, I thought. But after seeing that abominable titan with its 7 eyes, 3 heads, and 116 tails brutalize Vilnius, I'm a believer, geez." Informed unemployment. A government report published this week revealed Gasburg unemployment is significantly below the national average. Okay. O'Hare Avenue Parade. The O'Hare Avenue Parade, which will undoubtedly become blah 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 blah. Okay. Crime and taxes. Kabul deploying a Darko. What's the difference between Kabul and Roberta? Asked business tycoon Horace Richards of Kabul in a recent press. Darko, he gloated. The pleasant-humored, though shamelessly inflated speaker had cause to celebrate the innovation. Mayor Irving supported us all the way. We both desired to share the glory of being the first to solve the problems posed by Darko, and indeed we are, he expanded. The introduction of Darko into Kabul is just the beginning. We will see Darko spread to all corners of the earth. Why? I'll probably even have Darko at the White House when I'm there. Okay. Horrible indigestion. Residents with indigestion continue to pray for unscrupulous purveyors of bogus rocks. Okay, yeah. Why the Darko matters is because that is the name of an arcology, which I think those show up here. We do not have any because we don't get them until 120,000 people. Our next landmark goal is going to be 60,000, and that is where we will get access to, or no, not 120,000, 100,000, I think. At 60,000, we get the military base option, which we will not be taking. But that's the next big thing. Okay, power and water are taking a little bit of a hit. I'm surprised we were able to do, well, I guess not. We did literally put down an entire solar plant right here, so I guess it's not a big surprise that I do have that. Unemployment is great. Traffic is still very low. How much exactly? 6? Yeah, I don't know. What am I doing? Stop spinning that around. Right. Yeah, I needed a buffer in here, but I've got so much demand yet. It's really just not time to get rid of any of this stuff. And the fact that these are now hen bison, I didn't notice this apparently. But the fact that there's a scrape here of land, or a strip here of land that I could potentially do some rail. Just to liven things up, but more than anything, I have no real reason to need to use it. But if I were to maybe connect these guys to more industry down here, which we'll probably end up putting around this side, that might allow me to move some freight. I mean, how much are we actually moving here? Still not very much. What are you? I think it's just using that. Okay, well, we're getting some bigger buildings out here. That's good. What's the land value like out here? That's probably why. Well, overall, let's actually just look around here. Land value, my goodness. What is that? Parks. Because the parks. Well, even, I mean, the industrial sector is really hurting, but look at that. Look at that. 245. So, the manual that I was reading, or the guidebook that I was reading, made a good point, which is that at your tax rate, and this is something else I need to actually be considering, I think, your tax rates actually are more effective as they increase in their land value to actually decrease their taxes, primarily because decreasing taxes encourages them to come in, and 6%, the 1% drop for what you gain, you basically regain in densities. And why do we have no land value over here? Because it's not watered? Oh boy, here we go again. Oof, look at that. Look how much of the city isn't watered. See, the game has to be... It can't be keeping track of water anymore. And in fact, I think the fact that stuff like this is missing means that we're reaching the size of the simulation where it's no longer keeping track of everything. That's my only explanation for stuff like that. We are seeing these things. That is showing road pollution. So I guess that probably also has something to do... Oh yeah. It corresponds to the density of traffic. So, despite the fact that traffic overall in the city is down, we can see that's really not the case. I guess, let me look real quick here at Subway. Did I end up connecting? I could make more connections for sure. Water's still not getting out here, yeah. Oh god, this whole part of the city is not watered. Alright, so either I need to do massive increases in water pumps, or I don't know what's going on there anymore. But anyway, not bad, not bad. We can continue expanding, I guess, into the little valleys here. There's actually a pretty sizable chunk of flat land out this way, although I did say I wanted to start developing over here, so maybe we'll actually build into this little pocket here so we can connect up some roads, then come this way, connect it in, finally rebuild that tunnel. But yeah, I think I'm thinking I'm going to need more to do with the water. I'm gonna have to start surrounding these little lakes. And one thing that it mentions, or that has been mentioned in some of these, is that you can actually basically utilize these in better ways of either, building islands and whatnot and cheating for water pumps, trying to maximize all the empty lakes, or double down and use this as a marina. Just have a little lake park, and that kind of helps too. And where's our park around here? We've actually got some parkage, but yeah, just ideas, I guess. Just kind of at this point in the game, when you're making money, that's pretty much it. As long as you can keep making money and not sell your city short and all that, then you're doing all right. Speaking of doing all right, I think it's time to put in a zoo and focus on some tourism as well. We need to share this city with our neighbors, so we'll be doing that. We'll be expanding and working on tourism next time.